Tuesday, September 25th. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Thank you for joining us.
And this is WGTV Today. Thank you for being with us. Is right. Kim, we're almost at the end of the month.
I know, I can't believe September has gone by so quickly.
Where has it gone?
I don't know. But October's a mighty busy month, too.
I'm telling you, it really is. Fall has arrived. It arrived, as we mentioned yesterday, over the weekend, and the weather is just amazing.
It is. It's beautiful. I mean, you can't beat 70s.
I'm telling you, it's just fantastic, and it's going to be that way most this week.
Good.
The weather's just fantastic. We'll be in the 70s. I didn't mention this yesterday, but September is noted for several things. First of all, September is National Chicken Month.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. It's also Baby Safety Month.
True.
Babies Around Chickens Month. No, it's not. I made that one up. September is actually the busiest month for births in the U.S. More than 11,000 a day.
Really, September.
September is the month. And if you think about it, it makes sense. It's the ninth month.
Okay.
Right? January being the first month. It's cold. Anyway, Children's Good Manners Month is this month. September is also National Coupon Month. Do you coupon?
I don't. I should, but I don't.
Yeah.
But I should.
Well, some people think it's a little too much trouble to save what little amount is saved. And some
I
people
don't know. I hear people say it really adds up.
It does.
I should do more of that.
Some people.
Do you do it?
I do it some.
Some.
I do it some. At restaurants, when you buy one, get one free, sometimes I'll use those. Or sometimes when I'm saving 50 cents or $1 on an item at the grocery store.
And I pay attention to specials in restaurants and things like that.
Yeah.
And specials in grocery stores. I do take note of that.
Yeah, well, this day and time you have to do that.
I know, you're right.
So it's National Coupon Month. It's Happy Cat Month. Meow. Happy Cat Month. It's also National Honey Month, and it's Mold Awareness Month. So be aware of mold, okay?
Check out your homes.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But on a serious note, that can be serious. It can be dangerous. So that's a good idea. Check out your homes. You see mold there.
Well, who all's on the show today?
Well, I'm so glad you asked that. Let's see. I have it right here. Oh, here it is, over here. We have on our program today, we're going to be talking with LaShaunne Moore from the Veteran Services Office, the Wayne County Veteran Services Office. She's going to be with us. You talked to Neal Bartlett.
I did. He gave us tons of information that I think you will be excited to hear about. It is great information about the fall leaves falling, what you need to do with those leaves, where you need to place them, the changes in the recycling system with the city of Goldsboro, and the list goes on and on.
It does. And I talked with Fair Manager Milton Ingram, the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair, which gets underway this Thursday.
That's right.
And then you also had a conversation with Scott Barnard of the Parks and Recreation. That's right. We're going to be talking to him as well. So we had a full show for you today on this Tuesday, September 25th, 2K12. Thank you for being with us this morning. And later on, we're going to tell you a little more about what's going on at the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fairs. It kicks off this Thursday.
And we're going to be there.
We are going to be there. In fact, Monday and Tuesday of next week, we're going to be broadcasting a lot of things about the fair from the fair. Okay? All right. First of all, let's take off now. We're going to head over to the Veteran Services Office and talk to LaShaunne Moore, the Veteran Services Office, here on WGTV Today. Today we're talking with LaShaunne Moore, the Veteran Services Office. And LaShaunne, thanks for being with us. How are you?
I'm just fine. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. I appreciate you coming in. We want to talk about the Veteran Services Office. Just in case someone does not know what you do?
We assist veterans, their spouses, and dependents with applying for benefits through the VA. That would include disability, pension, both life and death benefits for the surviving spouse, and education benefits for the dependents.
So is that only well, that's for all veterans?
Correct.
For anybody that's been in service?
And has an honorable discharge.
And has an honorable discharge.
Yes.
Now, and you mentioned several areas that would include if if they need help in just about anywhere.
We do. The only kind of services we don't provide are like immediate services. Unfortunately, we have a lot of veterans who need help with rent and utilities, those kind of things. Yeah. Those we can't, but long term, there's where the VA steps in and probably has a program that could fit them.
Okay. So you're here in Goldsboro.
Correct.
On East Ash Street.
Yes.
In a brand new facility.
Yes, it's the old Nash Printing Building. We're loving the facility. It gives us a lot more room. But yeah, it's 2001 Suite D.
2001 Suite D, East
Yes.
Ash Street, in the old Nash Printing
Print.
Building there in the
Yes.
Sportsman's World, what was the Sportsman's World complex.
Correct.
All right, on East Ash Street. How long have you been with the Veterans Services Office here in Goldsboro?
I've been here 5 years.
And you are retired, what branch?
Actually, I'm not retired, but I was in the Army.
Oh, you're not retired yet?
No.
I beg your pardon. You were Army?
Yes.
And so you've been in the Army for what length of time?
I was in for 4.5 years. Then I was in the reserves for 3 years.
And then, okay. And then you ended up in Goldsboro. Is this your home?
No, actually, I live in Kinston.
You live in Kinston. So where is that your home? Is that where you're from?
Yes.
Okay. And the Veteran Service Office, if any veterans have any questions, anyone with an honorable discharge, they have any questions, how do they contact you?
They would just need to call at 919-731-1490.
And we'll repeat that number in just a few minutes. Plus, it will be on the bottom of your screen here in a moment. We want to talk about the Veterans Day Parade coming up.
Yes.
Veterans Day, November 11th every year.
Correct.
And this year, the parade is on what day?
The parade will be the Saturday, November the 10th.
November 10th.
Yes.
All right.
Normally the parade, we have a small program before the parade, which will start about 10:30, and the parade will actually start to move at 11. I have applications in my office for anyone who wants to be a part of the parade. Just come by and get one. I just ask that you return it with an original signature so that we'll have somebody to contact to give further information to.
No photocopied or phony signatures, please. And you want them to use their real name.
Correct.
Just checking. So that's on November 10th is the parade. What's the deadline on getting those applications back?
They need to be back into my office by November 7th.
November 7th, okay, and that would give you time to get them lined up and
Correct.
put them in a position there. Now, what sort of entries are you looking for?
Actually, it doesn't even any and everyone who wants to participate. We just ask that their group or the individual has a patriotic theme to their float or their whatever they want to display, and that's all you need.
A patriotic thing.
A patriotic.
It could be
theme.
a scout troop. Scout
Most
troop.
definitely.
Yeah, they're always involved with
Say
that.
anything wrapped in red, white, and blue, you know it'll work.
There you go. It could be a church organization. It could be a neighborhood,
Correct.
a family.
I even have some individuals that come and they have the flags on their cars or
Right.
however.
Right.
It could be anyone. We have different service organizations. And it doesn't have to be just the service organizations in this area. If you know a service organization outside of the county that wishes to participate, we'll be glad to have them.
All right. Again, deadline is November 7th.
Correct.
And how do they get their applications?
They can come by our office at 2001 Suite D, East Ash Street, or they will be online very soon. There'll be a link to where you can print it off from online
Okay.
at our website.
All right. And of course, that's are you under WayneGov.com?
Correct.
All right. Go to WayneGov.com and look under the menu for the Veterans Services Office. And LaShaunne Moore is in charge of that office over there, and you're doing a fine job.
Well, I thank you.
And look for the application for the Veterans Day Parade there, and then when it's there, it'll be there soon, and then you print that off and get it back to her no later than November 7th.
November 7th.
And it has to be in your hands by November 7th.
If I close the business November 7th.
Very good. Now, what's that number one more time?
919-731-1490.
Thank you, LaShaunne.
You're so welcome.
We've been talking with LaShaunne Moore of the U.S. Army and the Veterans Services Office here in Wayne County. I'm Wayne Alley for WGTV. And we're back on WGTV today. Veterans Services there with LaShaunne Moore. And thank you for being with us on this Tuesday morning, September 25th. Coming up at the Steele Memorial Library in Mount Olive, the preschool story time event taking place the 28th. I believe that's, is that Friday?
I'm not sure.
I believe it's Friday. Anyway, it's Fridays from 10 to 11 a.m. And children will enjoy all kinds of stories and arts and crafts and lots of fun. That's at the Steele Memorial Library in Mount Olive.
That's right. And you know what, Wayne? We are gearing up for the Really Chili Challenge.
We are?
We are.
The Really Chili Challenge?
Chili Challenge, yes. If you think you have the best chili recipe in town, then you need to get a booth at the Really Chili Challenge.
You know, people take this very
Don't they?
seriously. They really chili. take it seriously.
Yes, they do.
They really do. They really truly do.
Well, it is October the 27th, and all the proceeds go to the Community Soup Kitchen, which is a fantastic organization.
Yes, it is.
And if you think you have the best chili in town, then you definitely should get a booth, and it'll be judged. People will buy tickets. They'll go around. They'll sample all the different chilies.
Oh, boy.
And I have been quite a few years now, and let me tell you, each booth is set up. One tries to outdo the other, and it is really neat to see to what extent people will really go to decorate their booth.
It is, and it's grown.
It hadn't.
over the past
Every
few
year
years.
it gets bigger and bigger, and people use more and more decorations to make their booth more inviting. So people will come sample their chili.
Yeah, and the chili's just out of this world good.
Yeah, it really is.
It is. It really is. So what's
That's
the date on that
October
again?
27th. October 27th.
Okay.
Really Chili Challenge. And that is the Community Soup Kitchen. So you would need to call the Soup Kitchen if you want to purchase a booth.
Oh, okay. So call the Soup Kitchen
That's right.
if you want to purchase a booth or get information about that.
That's right. That's
All
exactly right.
Very good.
We also have a second date, Wayne, for the Hillbilly Hike.
Really? Already?
Yes, already. It has been huge. We have had so many people calling, wanting to have a second one.
Yeah.
We have a second date, so get ready. Give me a drum roll. May 4th.
What?
May the 4th.
Really?
Yep, so they're going to wait till it gets warm again. But now, can you imagine being in the Neuse River? Even in May, beginning of May. It's still
gonna
maybe
be
a
kinda
little
chilly, yeah.
It sure is.
Yeah.
But that's the next Hillbilly Hike, so mark your calendars, May the 4th, 2013.
They go into the river.
They do a little bit in the river.
Okay.
They do. Now, if you're, you have to cross over this one area that is above the river, but if you don't make it across, you fall in.
You fall
But then
into the river.
There's a piece where you do have to tube across. So you don't have a choice, that piece
You
of it.
tube?
You tube on a tube, an inner tube.
Oh.
You're on an inner tube, and you have to cross over. Yeah.
All kinds of things went through my mind.
You're on an inner tube, and you can
Okay.
get across any way you choose on that inner tube.
Okay.
So, May 4th, 2013, the second one, I have a feeling it will be big. Because the
I
first
think
one was such a huge success.
I know it was a tremendous success.
I may
so-
do it myself. I haven't made up
Really?
my mind. I think I may do it.
Okay.
for the
Well, it's
fun
an
of it.
obstacle course, right?
It is. It's a 5K obstacle course. They have 25 different obstacles that you will do. And it is for those that are physically fit. So,
But you're going to try it
I'm
anyway.
going to try it anyway. I'm going to try it anyway. Yeah, I've had a lot of people say, you've got to do it, Kim. So, one of my friends did it this year. And now granted, she is one of those who does 5Ks on a regular basis.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I have never done one.
Oh,
Didn't really
okay.
intend to do one. But she's like, you have got to do it, Kim. And I said, why? She said, you just need to do it. So I think we're going to get a group together and we're going to do it as a team.
Wow.
So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. But that is
More
May
to
the
come
4th.
on that one. We'll keep up with that one.
That's right. That's right.
Well, okay, you better start training for
I
that
know.
one right away.
I
you
know. I haven't
that's-
figured out when. When I'm going to train.
Well, don't wait until April.
That's what I hear.
You know,
that you need to start months in advance.
Yeah.
Can I wait till January?
No.
Too tired to do it now.
I understand that. All right.
But listen to this. It was so cute. It's coming
What?
up. The Family Y.
Yeah.
On Thanksgiving morning, they have something called the Turkey Trot.
Really?
Speaking of 5Ks.
Yeah?
Yes.
A turkey trot.
The Turkey Trot, the Family Y, it's an annual event that they hold every Thanksgiving. That morning, I don't have times and all that. I'll get back with you on that later. But they have an annual Turkey Trot, which is a 5K race. They ask people to come out Thanksgiving morning early, and they'll do a 5K, and all the proceeds, of course, go back to the Family Y and their programs.
Oh.
But it is an annual Turkey Trot.
Wow.
Isn't that neat?
That is
That's
neat.
pretty neat on Thanksgiving morning.
At the Goldsboro Family
The
Y.
Goldsboro Family Y. And their web address is goldsboroymca.org. And I'm sure they have
Okay.
additional information there. We'll
Easy
come
to
back and
remember.
give you more later, but
GoldsboroYMCA.org.
that's right.
And that's on Parkway Drive,
Absolutely.
right off of that big highway over there. Every Thursday at the Wayne County Public Library, they have something called Baby and Me. It's Thursday mornings at 9:30, and where you go in for a fun-filled program designed especially for parents and for babies from 9 to 18 months of age. That would be the
That
age
is
of the
neat.
baby. Isn't that neat?
That
It's
is
Baby
really
and
neat.
Me.
That's a special bonding time
Yeah,
with your child.
it is. They get together and they read stories and they learn songs and play with others, and it's just a fun time. 9 to 18 months of age, Baby and Me every Thursday at the Wayne County Public Library.
Great. I wonder if that's something new.
I think that's been around for a while, but you don't hear a lot about it. They also have toddler time, which is something for a little older child,
Okay.
every Wednesday Baby Me on Thursday, and then every Wednesday at 9:30, Toddler Time, introducing the concept of books. It's a fun program helping toddlers 18 months to 3 years of age develop the basic skills needed when learning to read. It says, join us every Wednesday morning, it says, at 9:30 for stories and songs and games and crafts. And then it goes on from there. They have the
I bet on their website they have it listed on all the different ages and the dates and the times.
They do have that.
Well, that's great that they have the story times for the children, because honestly, that is the pre-information that you need before you enter school. You know, you need these basics foundations.
I remember when I was 3 months old, we didn't have that. We had the YMCA, but
you did the turkey trot as well.
Did the turkey trot, being a turkey, I did yes.
I bet you did.
I did. What else do we have?
Well, the Paramount, of course, you know, we've got America's hottest illusionist.
Oh,
That's what they're calling him all across the nation. He is the hottest illusionist around. He is got a big name. He's got a fantastic program, and it's the Jason Bishop Show coming up soon, actually. It's October the 5th. His show is at 7:30, October the 5th at the Paramount Theater. And you can go to their website to get additional information or to purchase tickets. The Jason Bishop Show.
Okay, that's next week.
It is. I can't believe it's coming up. It's right around the corner.
October's already here. Can you believe that?
I know.
I cannot believe that. Okay,
What
Columbus sailed the deep blue sea in 1493.
Have you learned that like when you were in school years ago and just remembered it? Or did you just print it?
Actually, I heard it on a Marx Brothers movie, you know. But actually, everyone knows he sailed in 1492, but he started back a second time. He came back with 17 ships this time, and I'm not going to try and name them, on his second voyage to the New World. That happened on this very day, September 25th, 1493.
Wow.
Also on this day, the Dodgers beat the Cubs when the game had to be called after 5 innings because of gnats.
Really?
Gnats were so bad. This was in 1946. And on our almanac, the Dodgers beating the Chicago Cubs 2-0, shut them out. The game had to be called after 5 innings because of gnats. Swarms of gnats at Ebbets Field in Chicago. So many gnats, the fans could not even see the field.
Oh, my goodness.
That's naturally disgusting.
Yes, it is. Wow. Wayne loves to come up with these little sayings just on the spot. He's good like that.
Can't help myself.
I know.
You know.
You're good like that.
I know. Okay. Also, on the only appearance on the Grand Ole Opry on this very day, the year was 1954, young man by the name of Presley, Elvis Aaron, sang the song Blue Moon of Kentucky, Keep on Shining. Talent coordinator John Denny told him to go back to truck driving. Said, son, you'll never make it. Yeah.
I bet he ate crow quite a few times.
Well, yeah, he has.
You think?
His name was John Denny. Who knows where he is now?
My goodness.
And on this day, the year was 1965, when a young fellow by the name of, at the age of 34, Willie Mays became the oldest Major League Baseball player to hit 50 home runs in a season. 10 years earlier, he had been the youngest baseball player to do the same thing.
My goodness, how
about
about
that? Willie, say hey kid, Willie Mays.
Wow. We have coming up, I believe next is Milton Ingram from the fair with his part 2 of his interview.
Part 2 of Milton's interview.
That's right.
Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair is in town starting up this Thursday, and we are really excited about that. All right?
All right, let's hear what he's got to say.
All right, we're going to hear now from Milton Ingram. We're talking with Milton Ingram, who's manager of the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair, which is owned by the Wayne County Livestock Association, a nonprofit group, and we appreciate you being with us today, Milton.
Glad to be here.
Milton, there's so many things to talk about with the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair. We'll touch on a few of those. What are the dates of the fair?
Okay, the dates this year are September 27th through October 6th.
September 27th through October 6th. That's 10 full days.
10 full days.
Man. All right, well, give me an idea of some of the attractions at the fair this year besides the usual things.
Right. This year we've got the most entertainment we've ever had.
Really?
I've got booked in right at $60,000 worth of free entertainment. We've got a little different concept this year. In the past, we've had things that were there all 10 days, and of course, we're still going to have that.
Right.
But we've got several things that are going to be there for 3 or 4 days, and then they'll move on. Starting off at the first of the week, we're going to have, let me look at my sheet here. Yeah,
check your sheet out.
Check my sheet.
Check
make sure.
yeah.
Okay, we've got a unique thing coming the very first 3 days. It's a one-man band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's going to be strolling on our asphalt driveway.
Right, right.
And he's going to be, he plays all kinds of instruments as he walks around, you know. I mean, he's got them on his back, and he's, you know, on his feet and on his knees and everything else, and he's got a harmonica, and he's playing the guitar.
I love to see that.
So that's going to be interesting, I think.
That's going to be fun.
Also, we've got, the whole 10 days, we've got this fella, it's going to be there with a little recycled car. It's made entirely out of recycled materials, and all around the edges of it are things that children can do, you know, games they can play.
Okay.
They can beat on it, you know, and do all kinds of things. So
Wow.
I think the kids are going to love that.
Oh, yeah.
Also, the first 3 days, we've got a RV coming from the Department of Agriculture called the Got to Be NC RV.
Oh, yeah.
And that is really nice, and it'll be have a screen on the front, and it's an educational type of exhibit that people can enjoy.
Oh, wow.
And then, you know, all the week we'll have other acts, like we've got the Blues Brothers on Saturday.
Really?
Yeah, these are some local entertainers that, well, it's Rex and Dana, you know.
Oh, sure,
and
okay.
they dress up.
Don't tell their names.
Okay, they dress up.
We'll make everybody
Blues
think it's
Brothers.
John Belushi and Dan
Yeah,
Aykroyd.
it's not actually them, but it's
Right.
real close. Yeah. Okay. But we have them, and then toward the end of the week, we've got something I'm really excited about. We have got an exhibit coming from Monsanto.
Oh.
When we were out in Las Vegas at the International Association of Fairs last November, December, they had this on display and offered it to fairs. And of course, it's just one unit that has to travel the whole United States. So we went and looked at it and knew immediately that we wanted. So it takes about 20 minutes. It's a 3-step deal where you go in and they show you a film, then they go through and they have scientists that actually talk to you about crops and drought-resistant crops,
Right.
and genetics and things that Monsanto's doing to try to make sure that the world has an adequate food supply. And so we applied for that, and we were very, very fortunate in that we are going to be the only fair in North Carolina that has them, and they're going to be there the last 3 days.
Well, that is exciting.
And it's a big thing. They pop it out. It's about 30 feet wide and about 40 to 60 feet long. So
Wow.
it's a great big display. We're going to put it behind the grandstand because, you know, it takes such a large area that we're going to have to make up an area for it, since it's just going to be there for 3 days. Also, the last 3 days, we've got Barney from Mayberry coming.
No!
Oh, yeah.
Barney's going to be there.
Right, Barney from Mayberry. This is an impersonator, and met him out in Las Vegas, got to talking to him as best I could, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, yeah.
And come to find out, he's from Benson, North Carolina.
Benson!
Right.
And you met him out in Las Vegas?
I met him in Las Vegas.
Okay.
So he's going to come
Small
by
world.
the last 3 days and bring his car, and
Right.
and he may do some citizens arrest and things like
Okay.
that. No telling.
As long as he keeps his bullet in his pocket.
Yeah, I'm hoping to keep the bullet in his pocket.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping, I hadn't asked him yet, but I'm hoping to let him help judge the ugly truck contest.
Oh.
That should be fascinating. But we've also got a lot of other entertainment. We've got the Hanson family back. That's been there
Oh,
several
that's-
times.
that's
That's
great.
the husband and wife and the 3 little girls. They do trapeze type stuff. And I've got a big-time magic show. He's going to do big magic. For instance, he's told me that one of the first things he might do would be make a motorcycle disappear.
No.
So he's going to be on the pavilion stage all 10 days.
Is that possible? You can't do that, can you?
I don't know. He said something about maybe the last day making me disappear. I might want to before then.
You probably.
Depending on how things go.
That's right.
Also, down at the opposite end of the pavilion, we've got a lady that's going to be there, and she's going to do children's. It's a children's show that's very ag related, very ag educational, and she does it with children. Magic, you know, she'll talks to them about agriculture, and actually the theme of it is Think a Farmer.
Yeah.
And so we hope that's going to really be a big hit, and Farm Bureau is involved with us with that, and are going to be helping sponsor that. So we're looking forward to that. Another thing we've got this year, and we had last year that was a big hit, is we've got the Wells Fargo Stagecoach coming back.
Oh, really?
For a couple of days.
That was a
right.
big hit last year.
Yeah, and they, I've heard through the grapevine that they said that when they came last year, that's one of the better things that they had ever done as far as advertising.
Oh, that's great.
And the one they're bringing is they'll let you go inside and have your, you can have your picture made inside.
Oh, man, that's a stagecoach. And I mean,
Oh,
that's fun.
it's nice. Yeah,
That
it
is
is. It's a
fun.
fantastic thing. So we've got a whole lot of unique stuff. Of course,
sure
we've got
have.
Rex and Dana, at Kidsville, on the
Yeah,
Kidsville
those
stage.
guys are great.
We've got 2 demolition derbies.
Yeah.
We've got the Wicked Bulls coming back on Monday and Tuesday, the bull riding.
Right.
And so we feel like we have just got a large amount of activities for people to do in addition to seeing the livestock and exhibits and riding the rides and so forth.
There's just so much to do. I don't know how you get it all in 10 days.
Well, that's one reason we went from 6 to 10 is because it became a logistical nightmare, and it's now got back to that. But I'm not going to mention going any further. Now, if they want to go to 11 or 12 days, they can.
That's up to Eddie.
Yeah, that'll be up to Eddie. But
All right, well, look, we're almost out of time, but you alluded a moment ago to the asphalt.
Right.
You have paved.
Right.
You have paved the midway. You paved everything out there.
Right. Yes. That made a huge
Yes,
difference.
indeed it did.
In the fair, it just changed the whole structure and look of it really, and we've had lots and lots of compliments. And of course, as you know, last year after we paved, Relay for Life came right out there.
Right.
And from what I understand, they were very, very happy with it.
Well,
Right.
it's a wonderful venue.
Yeah.
Our Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair, we're very proud of it. It's won many awards nationally and regionally as well. The award-winning catalog here that is available. Where do you get these?
Okay, you can pick them up at the fair office or at the extension office, and I'll probably take some by the Chamber of Commerce office in the next few days.
All right. And what are they, 30, 40 bucks?
No, we'll let you have one free.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah, oh yeah, we have them free.
Wow!
And we've already mailed them out to a whole lot of people, but if you didn't get one, we'd be glad to give you one.
Okay, very good.
A couple
What
of
else
quick
we got?
things.
Yeah.
We continue to try to improve the grounds. So if this year we have got a new poultry and rabbit building.
I knew you had a new building out there.
And we put a new top on our storage building.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cross my fingers and tell you this, I don't know it's going to happen. We're trying to get it done. But hopefully the big parking lot will be lit up a whole lot better than it's been in the past.
That has been a little bit of a problem.
We're trying to put in a whole bunch more lights that are 1,000-watt lights, so it will be more like the shopping mall type parking lot.
Lots of lights.
It'll be lots of lights, and they brought the poles yesterday. So
Oh, great.
They're not in the ground yet, but we're getting close.
Okay, well, let me ask you, and we'll touch on that very quickly. Now, what about safety? You have law enforcement.
Oh, yes, This is one of the better things I think I've done over the years.
I think so.
I came up with the idea of letting the off-duty deputies take tickets.
Yeah.
So the first thing you see when you come in is a uniformed deputy, and I feel like that makes people feel safer. And then, of course, we have them patrolling the grounds too, all during the time. And so we try to do everything we can to make a safe and secure environment for people so they can come and enjoy the fair.
That indeed you do, my friend. And I'll see you out there at the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair. We've been talking with Milton Ingram. Thank you so much for being in with us.
Glad to be here, and I hope you come out and we interview some of the happy customers.
What's the website?
WayneFair.com.
.com?
WayneFair.com. Right.
All right. WayneFair.com is the website. Got all the ticket information.
Right.
And all the dates information and the catalog information.
Yeah, the whole catalog is on Wayne
The whole
Fair.
catalog is on WayneFair.com.
Yeah, and one thing, we do have advanced ride tickets on. You can buy advanced ride tickets and save $5.
All right. Well, there's a lot to talk about. We're out of time, unfortunately. Thank you, Milton, for being with us today.
Okay.
I'm Wayne Alley for WGTV. And we're back on WGTV today. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Thanks for staying with us.
And we appreciate it. You know, the weather is just fantastic, Kim.
Yes, it is.
So I do hope you're able to get out to the fair this week. You heard Milton talking about some of the things they have going on out there, and I can't say enough how clean it is, how safe it is. It's just so much fun out at the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair. Hope to see you there. It's a full 10 days, too, by the way.
Yeah, we are lucky to have the fair that long in our county.
We are.
We really are.
Well, Milton said, when he went to 10 days a few years back, he said, I just can't get it all in a week. So that's true.
Do they do that in other counties?
I don't know, but I saw one county advertising their fair on television. And their tickets were $18
Just to get in?
just to get in
Wow, because then you have to purchase the tickets to ride the rides, you know, if you have children.
and buy food or whatever.
Wow, yeah.
I couldn't believe that. And ours are only $6 to get in the gate for adults.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my goodness. And
yeah.
Tuesdays are senior citizens days.
Yeah.
They get in for free.
That's right. So if you're a senior
Great.
citizen,
That's right. Look, go on Tuesday.
that's,
That's right.
right.
Do you like orchestras or symphonies?
oh yeah,
Well, the
I do.
ECU Symphony
yeah,
is coming to the Paramount Theater.
really.
It's an annual event now. They've come several times. They started this maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and it's October the 21st, which is my mom's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Mom.
That's right. But on October the 21st, they'll be at the Paramount Theater. So get your tickets now for that if you like symphonies, because this is the East Carolina Symphony Orchestra.
Wow.
October the 21st at the Paramount.
I love
So it's
and,
nice
you know,
to see students when they're in training,
Yes.
but get to see how talented they really are.
I know.
And for us to have them right here in Goldsboro, we're lucky.
I love classical music, and we're so fortunate that the North Carolina Symphony visits Goldsboro
That's
once
exactly
in a while.
right.
And
They'll be here during Light Up Downtown.
That's right. That's exactly right. And they love the Paramount. When they first played, when the
Yeah.
Paramount reopened, and they first played, they could not believe the acoustics in that building.
Isn't it great?
It's great.
They knew what they were doing
They
when they built the Paramount.
they
You know,
certainly
and
did.
speaking of East Carolina, you're wearing East Carolina colors today.
How about that?
How about that?
Am I really?
Yeah, well, you have purple on.
Go Pirates.
You don't have gold, but you do have purple.
Okay, that's right.
Yep. So
That's
the
right. But,
Pirates are happy with you today.
you know, I think it almost looks blue on camera,
Oh,
but
does
it is.
Well,
it
it's
is
actually purple.
it's definitely a purple.
That's right.
Or in some would say purple, but
But most people would say purple.
most would.
Yes, they
okay.
would. What else is going on?
What-
Oh, if
yeah.
you haven't been down Mulberry Street, you need to go down.
Do
if
I hear
you
a
wanna
song?
get
That sounds like a
through-
song.
Does
Going
it?
down Mulberry. Okay.
Well, I'm not going to sing.
Okay.
I promise you.
Okay.
But the intersection is now open on Mulberry and Center Street.
Oh.
It has reopened a couple days ago. And so it is open now. You can go through. You don't have to worry about it. It's been paved. Everything is done.
Wow.
And we are expecting the roundabout, the circle, to reopen any day as
Oh,
well.
that's good. So they're going to that'll be paved. Will that be the last thing
Absolutely.
they do?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be a few little, they need to make some stripes and things
Yeah,
like that along
yeah.
the way, but it'll actually be completely open.
All right. Now we're still looking at the first week of November,
Yes, we are.
just in time for Downtown Lights Up.
That's right. Lights Up is the 22nd, I believe. So we're hoping to have all of that completed so we can have our beautiful tree lighting down there, and we can have our fun events that we have. We have, you know, the people will go on the steps and they'll entertain us all night long. We'll have tons of local talent. We will have trolley rides with Santa.
Oh boy.
We'll have children's activities
Oh, boy.
lined up and down the street.
Yeah.
We'll make reindeer food for the children.
Reindeer food.
Yeah.
I love reindeer food.
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll have lots of fun activities for them to do. Then you can go eat dinner at one of the local downtown restaurants, then head over to the Paramount Theater and go see, as we talked about earlier, the North Carolina Symphony will be in town.
Wow.
Just a beautiful, beautiful night of celebrating the holiday. The time has come.
The time has come.
That's right.
The time has come to mention that also, do you remember Gomer Pyle? on
Of course I did.
Everybody loved Gomer Pyle. Well, today is Gomer Pyle Day because it debuted on CBS this day back in 19-something or other. 64.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It aired in 1964?
That program started in 1964. And of course, Gomer's best buddy was a fellow by the name of Sergeant Carter, who was played by Frank Sutton, who was actually, he and Jim Neighbors were actually very good friends.
Really, in real
oh,
life,
yeah,
huh?
in real life. They were
Well,
very
if my
good friends.
husband gets the remote, you will be watching Gomer Pyle.
Is that right?
If he has his way about it, he will be watching Andy Griffith and Gomer Pyle.
Funny show. Yeah, of course, that's right. That was a spinoff from the Andy
Yep.
Griffith Show. But today is marking that day, 1964, which is a long time ago to some people.
That's right.
All right.
Well, you know what?
What?
The Stage Struck Children's Theater,
Ooh.
I need to
okay.
congratulate them
Okay.
and all the 61 local children that were just cast in their production of Ebb Scrooge, but get the second part of it.
Ebb
Scrooge, A Southern Fried Carol. That's
Oh.
the name of it. So there's a little twist on Ebb
I
Scrooge.
hear this, yeah.
It's Ebb Scrooge, A
Ebb.
Southern Fried Carol. And it will be at the Paramount Theater, November 9th, 10th, and 11th. So just one weekend. It's a nice fall show.
Okay.
But 61 local children were just cast in that. Isn't that
Wow.
amazing?
That is
All
amazing.
children. between the ages of, I think it's around 7 or 8, up through high school. I know it ends at high school. So you have to be in school, be public school, private school, homeschooled. But you audition, you go through an audition process. And this is their fall show typically means it's not a musical, it's a straight drama. So it's just acting, no singing. But 61 local children were just cast in that. So I'm excited for them, and maybe we can have some of them on the show to come and tell us about the preparations for Ed Scrooge. Wouldn't that be neat?
That would be neat. That would be fun.
Yeah.
And I believe, if I recall, again, old TV, one of the characters on Green Acres was named Ebb.
Could have been.
So we have Ebb Scrooge.
A Southern Fried Carol.
A Southern Fried Carol.
Yeah, pretty neat little twist.
Yeah. Well, if you are in need of a GED, it's easy to get one. Of course, you have to work for it, but every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 6 until 8 p.m., Wayne Community College is offering GED classes at the Pikeville Library. Now, the classes are free, plus it doesn't cost anything. Registration can be done at the Pikeville Library site during class hours. So you can improve your reading skills, improve your math skills, improve your English language skills. You can earn a GED diploma by calling Wayne Community College, 735-5151, extension 700, and inquire about the GED class.
They offer so much at Wayne Community College.
They do. It's a great school.
Isn't it? We've got so many things locally that we are all should be very proud of. And our Wayne community has grown tremendously over the last 15, 20 years.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my goodness. Remember when it was over in the first location?
Over off Highway 70?
Yeah, and how much smaller it was.
Oh,
and now
yeah.
look at beautiful, fine facility.
It is.
Great campus for our students.
The campus is gorgeous.
It is. And they've got some fantastic, very strong and well-respected programs throughout our state.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Really
indeed.
do.
All right, coming up, we're going to hear our next...
I believe it's Neal Bartlett, isn't it?
Is it Neal Bartlett? You talked to Neal Bartlett.
I believe so.
With the city, and this is he offers some great information here.
He does. He really is talking about fall leaves and what you need to do with your leaves, where you need to place them. Do you bag them? Do you not bag them? He talks to us about the change in our recycling program with the city of Goldsboro, and it gives us lots of information about if you have small appliances, white appliances, they call them some soft appliances, all different kinds of things that I didn't know what those terms meant.
I've never heard of appliances being soft.
Well, he talks about
you
it.
try getting hit in the head with a toaster and see what you think of that
He
soft.
talks about soft goods
Yeah.
and when the city will pick all those items up. So listen up. Let's hear what Neal Bartlett has to say. Welcome to WGTV Today. I'm Kim Best, your host, dedicated to bringing you information about the city of Goldsboro. With me this morning, I have Neal Bartlett. He is Director of Public Works, and he will be giving us information about the services that his department offers and the changes that we can expect coming soon. Good morning, Neal.
Good morning. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Glad to have you on board the WGTV program today.
It's good to be here.
There are a lot of changes that have taken place over the last few months, been quite a while now, since May, in our recycling program. And let's tell everyone the changes that have taken place and why we did it.
Okay, well, we started back in May. We went from what we call a sorted recycling program, where citizens were required to sort their recyclables into different bins and pods in their containers. And then our guys would actually, at the collection time, we actually have to sort them again out at the street. Well, we changed that and went to what we call a commingled system, where citizens just put all of the recyclables into one container. The plastics, their glass, their paper, everything goes into one container.
So you simplified it.
Simplified it a great deal. And then when our guys collect the materials, they no longer have to sort them. They all go into the back of a regular garbage compactor truck, which I'm sure everyone has seen on our streets.
Yeah. Well, so now what the citizens probably saw is they saw within the bins that everybody has within the city of Goldsboro, those bins were taken out.
That is
the
correct.
city of Goldsboro collected them, and now they just have an open bin, so they can throw everything in there all together and intermingle it, mix it up,
Right.
and then you all will sort it
Right.
from there.
All recyclables go into that bin, and that includes the paper, that includes all rigid plastic containers. Now let's make sure everyone understands, we still do not collect plastic toys, we don't collect plastic bags. Rigid plastic containers, basically anything with a number on it is recyclable, goes into the bin.
So that's the key point, that has a number on
If
it.
it's a container that has a number on it, it is recyclable.
Okay.
Glass, and I think I mentioned paper, aluminum cans, and one of the additional things that we're collecting are steel cans, such as what you would buy canned vegetables from the grocery store. We now accept those cans.
Great.
So that makes it a little simpler for residents still.
Now you just put everything in there together.
Right. It goes into one container, and again, our guys do no longer have to sort it themselves. It goes into the collection truck
That's
and
right.
then off to our recycling center.
So we've simplified it for the community. So if you saw your bin being collected, or you've noticed that it's gone, that's why. Now you can collect everything together. Fantastic. Now, the days haven't changed, the pickup dates. Everybody still has their same days.
The schedule has not changed. We stayed on the same schedule. Everybody can count on having their recycling picked up every other week.
Okay.
Same as always.
And I know that information is on the City of Goldsboro website.
It is on the website, and everyone receives a calendar every year as to
Right.
what their pickup days are.
Well, another thing that we get asked quite a bit is you all have certain days that you pick up white goods and soft goods. Can you tell us what they are and when you pick them up?
Sure. We pick up white goods, and by the way, white goods are things such as appliances, your washing machines, dryers, and so forth. Soft goods are basically furniture, wood furniture, and that sort of thing. We pick those items up on a scheduled basis. Citizens will call into our office and schedule those to be picked up, and we typically do those on a Wednesday.
Okay, so soft goods and white goods can be picked up on Wednesday, but they need to call your office first and schedule it.
That is correct, schedule, and there is a small fee. We charge $5 for the first 3 items, and that is added to the citizens' water bill.
Okay.
A very nominal fee for picking up those items.
Is there a certain number they need to call, Neil?
Yes, they can call area code 919-734-8674 to schedule those pickups.
Okay, okay. Now, with it coming, it's fall, leaves are starting to fall, you know, people are raking up their leaves.
Right.
So leaf collection, so are there certain days? How does that work?
Well, first of all, we pick up leaves all year long, but as you say, Kim, the leaf season is getting ready to begin in earnest. And we know people are going to be raking their yards and getting the leaves ready to be picked up. We pick up leaves typically on a citizens recycling day. The same day we pick up your recycling, we try to pick up your leaves and yard debris. However, please understand that with the volume getting ready to increase with the fall coming on us, it's very likely that we will fall behind with the collection of the leaves and yard debris. So we ask people to be patient with that. If we don't get you on your normal day, then please understand that we'll be there just as quickly as we can.
With those leaves, do you want people to just put their leaves by the curbside or in bags, or how do you prefer that?
Do not bag the leaves.
Do not.
The leaves should be piled loosely at the curbside, not in the street and not in the curb, but by the curbside, so that our vacuum machines can suck them up.
Okay, that's good to know. So do not put them in bags because the leaf machine needs to suck them up and they can't do it if they're in bags.
That's correct.
Okay, perfect. Well, Neil, one of the things that I want to say personally is the community tells us all the time how the people that work in your department are the ones that we as community members see on a regular basis. We see those gentlemen picking up our trash, see them picking up our leaves, our debris, and all those things. They're such nice people. They're so friendly. They are the face that most people see.
Right. They probably have more direct interaction with citizens than probably any other group of city employees that we have.
Absolutely.
And those guys, our sanitation guys, really enjoy what they do.
You can tell.
They enjoy what they do. They have probably the most thankless job in the city, but they do an excellent job, and seldom a week goes by that we don't get a compliment from someone about the job that our sanitation guys are doing.
Absolutely. Well, we as city employees and as people who get compliments on their behalf all the time want to say thank you to them.
Right.
Thank you, sanitation group. Thank you, staff, because you do your job on a regular basis, whether it's raining, whether it's windy, whether there's a tornado coming, whether it's snowing, no matter what, rain or shine, that staff is there.
They'll be there, that's correct.
And we appreciate what they do and how they are consistent on a regular basis, taking care of the needs of the citizens of Goldsboro.
Right.
Well, Neil, thank you so much. You've been very helpful in sharing this information. And once again, if you have additional information that you would like to know, you can go to the City of Goldsboro website, which is goldsboronc.gov. You can also call what telephone number, Neil?
Again, that's area code 919-734-8674 for any public works related issue.
Absolutely. So thank you, Neil. I hope you've learned a little bit today about some of the services that the Public Works Department provides for you, the citizens of Goldsboro. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to WGTV Today. I'm Kim Best, your host. I am excited today to hear more about Goldsboro Parks and Recreations and the events they have coming up. And I'll be speaking with Goldsboro Parks and Recreation Director Scott Barnard. Welcome, Scott.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you having me.
Of course, we are excited to always hear about what's coming up with Goldsboro Parks and Recreation. And you all have just had an extremely successful 5K. A little unusual with a twist on it. How about telling us about that?
Well, we hosted our first, and we'll call it a biannual because it's our plan to do about 2 a year.
Oh, wow.
Mud race. And this year's theme was the Hillbilly Hike. And it was hosted by Waynesboro Park, so we partnered with Waynesboro Park to put it on. And we had over 100 folks participate coming from various parts of the state. Only about 50% of participants were actually Wayne County Goldsboro residents. So
really?
it was really neat to pull folks from from the Triangle area, from up in Greenville, from down at the coast. And intermingled in the 5K run, we threw in 21 different obstacles, ranging from everything from a cargo net climb. We tubed on the Neuse River. We crossed the Postman's Bridge. We went underneath an electric fence. Ran through a redneck RV, if you will, a school bus, and hopped into big piles of hay. Climbed up and over hay mazes, hay mounds, and it was just a really great time. And the feedback we've been getting from the participants and from the folks that watched was, oh my gosh, when are you going to do another one of these? Can't believe that this is in Goldsboro. So it was really neat to have that. It's really nice to have it under our belt now, and we're planning for the next one probably sometime in early April.
Really? Well, I was there, and I was very, very surprised and amazed at how much fun everybody had, how much they didn't expect it to be so difficult, but they were thrilled when they made it through. People of all different levels of skills, all different ages, from very young to much older, from individuals to groups, men, women.
Right.
So it was quite an experience for those that participated, and they said wonderful things about it. And you all did a great job. Your staff, you should be very proud.
Well, we appreciate that. It was, I think the most exciting thing to us was when the first participant came to sign in that morning, and this was 7:15 in the morning. He had the mullet wig on and a tooth blacked out. So
oh my goodness.
They came in costume. The team names were creative. And folks came to have a great time, and I think everybody did.
You had lots of local businesses that actually supported teams, didn't you?
We did. We had teams that represented Baker Pipe, Sam's Club. We had teams off the base. It was really neat to see kind of the corporate community embrace it as well, and we'll be looking for more soon.
Well, we offer, and we're continuing to offer, more and more creative, unusual things for people to be active. This is another way to fight obesity, and Goldsboro Parks and Recreation has continued with your leadership and your staff, continue to grow and develop programs and activities that are just unusual, and we're excited about the next event that you all are having, your Hay Maze.
Coming soon, each Friday and Saturday night in the month of October, and then also the Wednesday evening of Halloween, we'll be offering a Hay Maze. And this will not be a rinky-dink children's Hay Maze, although it will be child-friendly for sure. This is a hay maze that from start to finish you'll travel just under a quarter of a mile.
Goodness.
And you won't be able to see up and over the edge as well. It'll be just over 6.5 feet tall. It's going to be right on the front lawn of the Herman Park Center, so
okay.
we put it in the most prominent spot we could.
For
so
everybody to see.
You got it. So when you're on Herman or when you're on Ash Street, you're going to wonder, why is all that hay there? Hey, what are they doing?
Well, if somebody wants to participate, how do they do that?
It's going to be open to the public from 4 till 8 p.m. each evening,
Okay.
and depending on interest, we may extend those hours as we get toward the end of the month. There's a small fee, but we've partnered with various civic organizations to help to provide volunteers to help run, and that's helping us keep our cost real low. So just come on out. You can call and book groups if you'd like to by calling 739-7480.
That's Goldsboro Parks and Recreation main number.
That's our main number.
Okay.
And if you're interested in bringing a group of 30 or a group of 50. Or if you wanted to use the maze at a time that we're not already scheduled to be open, we'd be very open to to running through school groups, scout troops, church groups, you name it. If you're a group, just make a group. But
well, that sounds like it's something really unique to look forward to in the next month or so. And if they wanted to, other than calling, how's additional ways that they can find out about?
We'll definitely have it promoted through our website, GOLDSBOROParksandRec.com, through our Facebook site, Facebook.com/Goldsboro Parks and Rec. And it'll also be on the city's YouTube site. I'm sure as soon as we have it constructed, we'll do some filming, and so there will be no shortage of information, and hopefully the fact that we've got a couple thousand bales of hay on the front lawn.
That's going to draw some attention. I do believe questions will be asked.
Yes.
Well, and of course, always on the City of Goldsboro's Facebook page and the City of Goldsboro's website, we'll always have the event information for all of our departments and links directly to your individual Facebook pages and websites as well. All right, so coming up a little bit later in the year, I believe we have another annual Christmas event.
We do.
That people can put on their calendars.
And gosh, I should know off the top of my head which annual this is, but it's our annual Jingle in the Park. It'll have all the things that folks love about it. Santa will arrive again on a fire truck. It'll be an opportunity to ride a sleigh ride in and around the Herman Park area.
So all this will take place within Herman Park.
It'll all be based out of Herman Park. The sleigh ride actually goes out into the neighborhoods.
Okay.
The course always changes a little bit depending on who decorates the most. We try to take the sleigh ride by the most creatively decorated homes in the nearby area around Herman Park.
Well, boy, we always look forward to Jingle in the Park because the entire park just lights up. It is a beautiful sight to see from the front of the park to the back of the park, the way you all really light it up and make it look so festive.
Preparations for that event start in September.
I'm sure.
So it takes a lot to get it going, but the finished product is amazing.
Well, tell us about some of the renovations that you've done throughout the community at all the different parks and things we can look forward to in the coming months.
We're slowly chipping away at a long laundry list. One of the things that we're most proud of so far that's visible is the renovations to 2 former tennis courts at H.V. Brown Park and the conversion of those to basketball. These will be our first lit basketball courts, or well-lit basketball courts. They're open now. We're really proud of the finish. They're both NBA length courts, and those are very visible from Elm Street. And I don't think I've driven by once, whether it was morning, evening, or afternoon, when there wasn't somebody on those courts.
I agree. I've seen the same thing. Every time I drive by, there's at least a group out there.
You got it.
Taking advantage of it.
And here in the next couple days, we'll begin construction on the parking lot there as well. We'll be adding some parking. That's one of our parks that was desperate for enough parking spots to meet the need. Between the basketball courts, which are obviously newly popular, 3 picnic shelters, a large playground, and a baseball / softball field. One of the biggest challenges in that park has been, all right, if we program it out, where are they going to park?
Right.
So we're taking the former basketball courts and converting that into parking and repairing the existing parking lot. And that'll put a lot of the parking actually closer to the shelters. So,
that'll make it much more convenient.
You got
for
it,
people.
absolutely. When you're unloading, a couple hundred hot dogs, you don't want to
right.
walk but so far.
That's right. Well, I think you've done some work also at Fairview.
We have, and this was really courtesy through a grant process through the YMCA. They partnered with us to put in a walking track. It's a really neat amenity to Fairview Park. Large open field right out there in the front. Now has a 1/3 of a mile long, 10-foot wide asphalt walking trail, and it's not an oval. It's kind of a meandering path, and it's nice because it's out in the open. It takes you by the playground. It's a place that you could come with your kids. Mom and Dad could walk. The kids could play on the playground. And it's 10 foot wide. So if the kids wanted to be on scooters, bicycles, pogo sticks, rollerblades, whatever they invent next week,
right.
It's set up so that you can have multiple things going on at the same time.
Can you tell us where Fairview Park is for those that aren't aware?
Sure. Fairview Park is in Fairview Homes. If you were heading down Ash Street, heading east, and you came to the intersection of Claiborne, you could hang a left on Claiborne, and that would take you right over to it. And it's also accessible just off of Royal. Most folks are familiar with where the St. Mary's School is.
Right.
It's right beside St. Mary's School.
Okay. All right. Great. Playground renovations I hear are coming throughout the
renovations?
community.
They are. We're going to make a tremendous leap forward in our accessibility and in our safety this winter. Folks can look forward to seeing playground renovations at nearly every playground across the city in the city park system. We'll be converting a lot of the sand-based surfaces to an engineered wood chip. And this meets some DOJ requirements that have come out of the federal government. And it's also just the right thing to do. You know, it's a surface that you know, a child can fall from a higher height and land safely. And also, it's a surface that's more accessible for folks that are either visually impaired or have some sort of mobility disability.
Well, Scott, it sounds like you all are doing diligent work. You're working hard to make sure every park is at its very best for everybody in Goldsboro to be able to enjoy. No one can say there's not things and activities going on in Goldsboro, because there's lots and there's plenty, and thank you to you all for continually coming up with creative, unique ideas.
We appreciate it.
Absolutely. If you'd like to find out more information about Goldsboro Parks and Recreation and the events that they are promoting throughout the season, go to their Facebook page, go to the City of Goldsboro's Facebook page, or you can visit our websites. Thank you again, and we'll talk with you soon.
And we're back on WGTV today.
That's right. Thanks for staying with us.
I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best.
And we are glad you're with us. You know, we have an election coming up. Have you heard about that?
I believe I have a time or two. I believe everybody has.
I think they have. The next date of which you should be aware is October 12th, and that is the deadline to register to vote, 5 p.m., October 12th. And then one-stop absentee voting begins, the one-stop voting, early voting begins on October 18th.
Now, Wayne, you can do the one-stop voting just at the public library on Ash Street. Is that correct?
I'm not sure where the
I know it has in the past. That's where you go to do early voting.
In the past they have, and then one election they had it at the Board of Elections office.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I'll find out here, and in fact I think the last one that was held 2 years ago was at the Board of Elections office. But
and that's
the
October
library,
18th?
October 18th. In fact, there were 3 locations
early voting?
in 08.
Oh, so they changed
The
it.
library was one of them.
Okay.
So we'll get that for you here, and plenty of time for you to make your mind up about, and I hope you have done your research. Do your research about the person you want to see in a particular office.
But use your right to vote to make a difference.
That is exactly right. Please do. Let's see, one-stop voting October 18th, and then the one-stop absentee voting ends on November 3rd. The election is on November 6th.
Right.
That's a Tuesday.
And you will go to your designated area on that day.
Exactly right.
All right, and don't forget, the Taste of Wayne is coming up October 13th.
Oh, yeah.
Taste of Wayne County.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget, that'll be downtown on Center Street Commons. That we will have, my goodness, over 30 local restaurants and vendors that will be here participating in that. And you get to help pick. If you attend, you get to help choose the People's Choice.
The People's
Choice Award. That's right. And there are many restaurants that are vying for that title of the Taste of Wayne's People's Choice Award.
That is exactly right.
I didn't realize this, but you actually get to keep the award just for that 1 year. Your name is added to it on the plaque. And then each year you take it back to Taste of Wayne, and whoever is voted the People's Choice Award, their name is added, and they take that same award. So it just goes all around town, from restaurant to restaurant, whoever wins that year.
And then for a solid year, they get to say, I'm the best, I'm the best.
That's right. The people in here in our community voted me the best restaurant.
That's right. You certainly get bragging rights.
That's right. So October the 13th, plan to be here. We have Taste of Wayne. They'll also have Taste of Spirits this year, which is a little bit new. R.A. Jeffries will be providing some spirits for us to taste. They'll have a few of the alcoholic beverages here, but it is just a taste.
Please.
And please,
yes.
It is a family event. And it'll be from, I believe, 11 to 1:30.
During the daytime.
During the daytime on a Saturday, which is new.
Yeah.
A lot of new things this year. So October the 13th, a Saturday from 11 to 1:30, downtown Center Street Commons.
Very
Taste
good.
of Wayne.
Morning at 7 o'clock here on WGTV today. Until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. I hope you learned what's happening in your community.